Congratulations, you're watching this video because you just got yourself a brand new PlayStation 5. Or you wish you did. Anyway, you got some setting up to do, and I'm not here to tell you how to do that because any old idiot could do that. You're not an idiot, you're smart. So once you got that all set up, I've got some quick things for you to do to make your experience a little better, and so you can get started playing with your new toy right away, even if you don't have any games for it yet. This video is sponsored by me. Go subscribe to our other channels like Wulff Den Podcast and Wulff Den Clips, where we post highlights from live streams like this. Piss. Go do that now, and then come back, please. So you should have no problem at all setting this whole thing up by yourself, but one thing that I will help you out with is the stand. If you want to stand the unit straight upright, you don't actually need this, but you should probably use it as it gives the whole unit a little bit more side-to-side stability. Did I break it? We're good, we're good. Upright is how it's depicted in most of the pictures you've probably seen of the PlayStation 5, but my first tip is to lay that bitch down flat. If you want to put it in your TV stand or in a shelf, it fits a lot better horizontally. Just make sure it has plenty of ventilation. The stand is required if you want it to lay down flat, or else it'll wobble right off of your shelf. It's a bit tricky to get it on there, especially if you're doing it by yourself, but the stand rotates and clips onto the back of the PlayStation 5. So this is the position if you want to lay it vertically. If you want it horizontally, you gotta make sure the screw's in there, you rotate it, and now you can just clip it onto this right here. Make sure it's in the middle. And then, there you go. Ooh, So the stand doesn't exactly stay put. It can slide around if you lift the PlayStation 5. It's not the most well-designed thing, but once it's down on a flat surface, your PlayStation 5 should be more secure. Sony has made some pretty interesting choices when it comes to the default settings on the PlayStation 5. Among those is having the DualSense mic set to on. It's not going to be a problem when you're playing single player games, but if you ever play a multiplayer game, like let's say Call of Duty, you might not realize it, but your teammates are always going to be listening to you. In between matches, everybody in the lobby can listen to you. Anybody can hear you when they kill you in the game. So yes, when you've been gunned down and you're at your most vulnerable and you're really mad at the game and the world, we can hear all of the obscenities that you say. I've heard them all. A lot of them are very funny. Some of them you should be ashamed of yourself.
Right there.
All right, behind you.
Oh my god.
This is the most clutch shit I've ever seen.
Okay, dropped a hard.
You could just click the mute button every time you want to play a multiplayer game, but you have to remember to do that. And there might be some times where you just straight up don't realize that a game is broadcasting your voice for all of the world to hear. So instead, just go into your settings, which is all the way up here, scroll down to sound, and under microphone, you'll see a setting called microphone status when logged in. Click there and select mute to make it muted by default on your profile. So every time you log in, it will automatically be set to mute. No need to remember to press the button. Everybody who has a PlayStation Plus account and a PlayStation 5 is entitled to the PlayStation Plus collection. This is a collection of currently 20 PlayStation 4 games that are available to download for free onto your PlayStation 5, or it's not really free. I should say it's included in the price of your PlayStation Plus account. So go ahead and download God of War, Crash Bandicoot, Resident Evil 7, Bloodborne, or a whole bunch of other great titles. I already have God of War and Arkham Knight physically, but I claim them just to have the digital versions. If all of these PlayStation 4 games are already taking up a lot of space on your PlayStation 5, like they are for me, just go ahead and delete Call of Duty Warzone. I'm kidding. You can toss them onto an external drive. I touched on this in my last video about PlayStation 5 accessories, but you can just use any old USB 3.0 external hard drive to store and play your PlayStation 4 games. PlayStation 5 games have to stay on your internal storage for now, so this is a great way to save some room if you have any PlayStation 4 games at all. If you had PlayStation Plus on your PlayStation 4, then some or all of your save data should have been uploaded to the cloud. However, it does not automatically download to your PlayStation 5, so you have to do that manually. You can do this by going into your settings, games/apps and saved data. Go to save data for PlayStation 4, select cloud storage, and download the games that you want. My cloud save for God of War was never uploaded for some reason, and I'm not about to turn my PS4 on just to get that. But it was for Arkham Knight for some weird reason. If you care at all about capturing gameplay footage or sharing your footage online via social media, then you're gonna wanna go back into your settings again. Under captures and broadcasts, you can mess around with shortcuts for how the share button reacts. By default, one press shows the share controls, a hold will take a screenshot, and pressing twice will record a clip of your gameplay. I usually want screenshots to be instant, so I set it to easy screenshots. I also don't think 30 seconds is enough time for a gameplay clip, so I slapped that over to 5 minutes. If you ever want to record footage to be edited later, make sure you go into video clip format and change the file type to MP4. You'll have a much easier time editing an MP4 than a WebM. You can also choose to include your mic's audio or party chat, and if you set your mic to default to off like we did earlier, you might as well slap it on here in case you're playing a multiplayer game and you want that recorded and you forget. My last little settings tip is to change the resolution of your PlayStation 5 to match your setup. Your TV or monitor might be locked at 1080p, which is totally fine, and the auto settings of the PlayStation 5 should be able to handle that just fine. But if you're anything like me, you've got your PlayStation 5 going through an HDMI switcher, which is going into a capture card, which is then going into your monitor. And all of those devices have different bandwidth caps. So go to Screen and Video and change the resolution to 1080p. I can set it back to 4K when I'm not capturing footage, but when am I not capturing footage? I also have HDR off because that also messes with my setup. I have the internal Elgato 4K 60, which should be able to record this just fine, and it can unless I go through my HDMI switcher. Then it has to be locked at 1080p for whatever reason, which is fine. I only ever record 1080p anyway. Oh wow, it's Bob from the future editing from his parents' house. This is a little misleading. I don't have to actually change the settings on my PS5 in order for my setup to work. It's actually the capture card that I have to lock at 1080p. But there's really no reason for the PS5 to be on automatic if I know if it's gotta be on 1080p. But HDR did mess with my stuff. Okay, I'm sorry. I just had to get that out of the way. This is part of why the current state of HDMI 2.1 is so frustrating to me, but we're not going to get into that. I talk about that a lot already, and it should be no concern to you. Just lock it at 1080p if that's all you need. Every PlayStation 5 comes with Astro's Playroom. You should play that to get yourself familiar with everything that the DualSense controller can do, but also because it's a fantastic game. You should also download Bugsnax. It's free with PlayStation Plus until January 4th, so make sure you nab that before it's gone. There's also plenty of free games that are just always on the PlayStation Store. Call of Duty Warzone, if you have the space for it, Fortnite, Genshin Impact, Warframe, Hatsune Miku Fortune Tone. Just make sure you download Bugsnax before you can't get it anymore. So after all that, now you're ready to melt into your couch and start mindlessly trudging through Demon's Souls or Bugsnax or any of the PlayStation 4 games you would have already been playing, but now you can just play at a slightly higher graphical fidelity. Hopefully, I was able to give you some ideas to make your experience a little better. But if you still don't have a PlayStation 5 yet, put this video in your watch later or save it for when you do eventually get one. I say this all the time, but I think it's really important. If you want to get a PlayStation 5 for yourself, go on websites like Zoolert or nowinstock.net. Those are tools that scalpers use to try to buy up all of the PlayStation 5s. You leave one of those sites on your computer and have the alert set up to ping whenever the PlayStation 5 gets in stock on any of those stores. Then you wake your ass up, get your credit card out, and immediately buy it. That way, you can get it, and you don't have to get it for $1,000 from some second party. But I suspect after the holidays, these things will probably be a little bit more readily available. So, what do you guys think about all these little tips and tricks you can do to get started with your PlayStation 5? Did I leave anything out? Is there anything important that you should do? Is anything that I said stupid? Leave in the comments below. At me on Twitter, and all of this other social media garbage. And a special thanks to our sponsor, me. Again, go over to those other channels and subscribe and watch those videos. There's more me content. What are you doing? We got so many videos of me playing video games. Those who want to see me play Demon Souls and suck at it. We also got streams over on twitch.tv/Wulff, and that's where some of those clips come from. So I might be live right now. But of course, the most important thing that you can do is just subscribe to this channel, the main one. And if you turn on those notifications, make sure you actually click those notifications, because that helps us out a lot. A lot of you just rely on YouTube to show you my videos, and they are not going to show you all of them, especially PlayStation videos. YouTube just thinks I'm the Nintendo guy. So if you like videos like this, slap a like and click on those notifications when you get them. And share this video with a friend who maybe just got one of these bad boys or is going to get one very soon. Thank you very much. Have a happy holidays. Me and Pikachu will see you later. Goodbye.